Eric skimmed the match rules for the 10th time, maybe the 15th, his eyes dragging over every clause and footnote. After his mistake last match, he wasn't about to skip the fine print again. Reflection time. He admitted to himself he'd gotten cocky. He thought Earth was invincible. He thought his ideas were too good to fail. And that power-up, whoever sent it, were they trying to help him or trick him into misusing it? The record was still solid. Gingerbread Man, Big Bad Wolf, Sherlock Holmes, Sleeping Beauty, undefeated, all chalked up as wins. He'd lost count. But there was that Pong disaster where he chose the wrong decade of a player, nearly cost Earth the match, only by using the new power-up, the join option, the one where he could pull in whoever was left, had he clawed it back for the win. And then there was the team debacle. It could be a team if that's what they were known as, or how Eric saw them at least. So Lewis and Clark, he shuddered. That exploration match was supposed to be a few hours. He got overconfident again, used the join power-up, and hadn't read the fine print about the time warp bubble. Weeks before they got out. He wasn't making that mistake again. Now came Earth's next challenge. A scared match, duo version. They'd even underlined duo. No taking turns. You needed someone not only fearless, but ultimately scary. Two champions stalking each other in a random environment until one broke first. Lose by flinch, lose by panic, lose by fear. The rule book was thick with technical nonsense. Pheromone sensors, neural spikes, infrared mapping, emotional resonance charts. Eric barely understood half of it. But one phrase snagged his eye, stone stiff. He swore it flashed when he looked at it. He clicked and up popped a highlight reel of fainting goats, little legs stiff, toppling sideways in the grass. Eric smirked. Stone stiff, huh? He leaned back in his chair. I mean, she definitely won't lose. The arena lights dim, and a hush ripples through the crowd. Above, a canopy of crimson vines spreads like a ceiling, their spikes dangling like teeth. Here and there a shaft of pale blue-white light pierces the tangle, striking the ground in narrow columns. The beams don't flicker. They crawl, slow as sundials, marking time in silence. Where the light touches, the earth sizzles and pops, leaving deep black scars. Not random burns, but strange symmetry, charred patterns etched into the dirt like Celtic crosses. And where the light no longer reaches, life reclaims. Luminescent mushrooms bloom across the old scars, glowing green and violet in the half-dark. Fog curls low around their stalks, hugging the ground, making the forest floor shimmer. Closer to the beams there is no fog, only the hiss of heat and the smell of scorched stone. But in the shadows the mist thickens, a stage built for stalking. The crowd leans in, waiting for the first move. The arena darkens further, a thin blood-red beam slicing across the grid. From the far end, a silhouette drops, leathery wings tucked tight, its figure almost blending into the background. At first glance, its skin is impossible to define, a living projection. One moment it mirrors exactly what lies behind it, turning nearly invisible. The next it ripples into a collage of distorted images, as though its flesh were a screen for fractured memories. Then the champion lifts its head. The eyes, wide, black-ringed orbs, their shifting irises glinting as though scanning every soul in the arena. The neck, stretched, red, a swollen turkey wattle pulsing with every breath, twitching like it's wired for sound. The jaw hinged in ways that shouldn't exist. With a sudden snap, it cracks open, dislocating upward, revealing not one but 3 slick tongues, each writhing on its own. The alien tilts its head back and opens fully. The 3 tongues flick like tuning forks. Then comes the sound. Low at first, a vibrating hum that rattles the floorboards. The longer it sustains, the stranger it becomes. 10 seconds of shrieking chalkboard scratches morph, stretch, and finally resolve into a bird call. Then into something eerily like a full symphony. In kill matches, this sound is said to rupture minds or detonate skulls outright. Tonight, the arena only trembles, dust shaking loose from the rafters as the champion's sound ripples outward in visible waves. When the sound cuts off, silence slams into the crowd. Only the eyes remain lit, burning like 2 black suns in the dark. The announcer's voice booms across the hush. Ladies, gentlemen, enemas, lizard folk, spectral symbiotes, host creatures, and everything in between. Welcome to tonight's match of Scared First. This next champion may feel like overkill, but hey, not my choice. Straight from your nightmares, your fairy tales, and yes, even your mother-in-law's cooking disasters. It's the singing bat, stage 4. Mirror-skinned, crimson-throated, jaw unhinged and tuned to broadcast eternity in surround sound. Sometimes it shows you the crowd behind it, sometimes a dream it generated just for you. Notice the swollen crimson gobbler neck. Not decoration, folks, that's the speaker system. And when that jaw unhinges, 3 tongues, 3 notes, one sound that can turn chalkboard scratches into bird song, and finally, believe it or not, a full symphony. 10 seconds to you, a day-long opera to the cosmos. Super slow motion sound, time on max, if you are a brave creature. Premium sound members at no extra charge. Tonight's competitor steps into the vortex grid with eyes sharp enough to find your secrets in the cheap seats. And of course, tonight's entrance is brought to you by Hot Tub Escape Pods, now re-available in acid. They got it right this time. Step in, fizz out, and remember, no refunds. And speaking of streaks, we all know Earth's little undefeated run ends today. No need to waste my time or yours, pretending their champion matters. An invention from their so-called 7th century BC? Please, whatever that means. By galactic time, we're 9 million cycles ahead, and they're stranded out on the bad end of the Milky Way's arm, a cul-de-sac of dust and disappointment. Their solar system dues are overdue, their orbit fees compounding, and yes, the paperwork still says they're scheduled for demolition to clear another bypass. Again, this planet doesn't even know how to count in galactic time. They're still cosmic infants, babies, burping up starlight. But don't worry, even babies bring sponsors. Tonight's Earth coverage is powered by Black Hole Diaper Disposal, guaranteed to send the mess somewhere else. Just hope it isn't your universe. The words hang, and then a cloaked figure steps out into the fog. Silent, deliberate. It takes 10 measured paces, then stops. Head lowered, hood drawn forward, its form swallowed entirely in shadow. And there it waits, motionless. Opposite, the bat creature trembles with hunger. Crimson neck vibrating, jaw unhinged, tongues flicking in restless rhythm. Across the hologram broadcast, Eric's face glows in the light of his monitors. He's buried in charts, then abruptly stands. His chair rolls back out of sight as his desk rises into standing mode. His voice cuts in, breaking the spectacle. He mutters about pheromones, jump scares, and dream fears, things he's certain won't matter. He scrolls the displays, sighs, distracted. The bat ray's flight looks like swimming through air, but in the arena it would be invisible. He flips a switch, cycling through filters. Only the Galactic tournament feed offers clear visibility. Back in the arena, shadows stretch, the alien stalks. It splits into holographic doubles, each one rippling at the edges. Voices bounce across the grid, distorted echoes, fragments of mimicry, familiar tones twisted into something uncanny. The crowd shifts with nervous awe. The judges lean forward, whispering. This is its signature tactic, the one that never fails. Confidence rises in the creature's movements. It circles its hooded prey, sound and shadow weaving in tandem, preparing the final strike. And then it comes. The ultimate fear attack, unleashed in full force. The arena stills, silence thick enough to suffocate. Even Eric looks up from his notes, eyes narrowing, concern flickering across his face. The cloaked figure stays motionless, head bowed beneath the hood as the bat-skinned creature prowls the fog. Its hide flickers with shifting images, tongues writhing like antennae. Then the sound begins, a ripple of voices layered in a dozen tongues, jagged, ancient, and strange. Can you not hear me? The chorus calls. Still hunched, still covered, the hooded figure answers without lifting her head. I'm more into AC/DC. The creature falters. Its tones distort, bending into electromechanical noise, strings, static, the grind of artificial instruments straining for form. And then the figure moves, the hood lifts back. Stone-lit eyes burn through the haze, serpents uncoiling into the open air. She smiles, sharp and cold. No, rock music. The alien snarls, already certain of victory. Then it falters. Muscles lock. Expression stiffens. Smash back to Eric in the earth box. His voice cuts clean through the feed. She definitely won't lose. I choose Medusa. Arena lights flare. The hiss of serpents fills the grid, surround sound rattling the rafters. Medusa sits calm, her hood fallen, eyes opening at last. The smoke and fog collapse, dragging every hologram down with them. The lights blaze hotter, washing the grid in neon white. The chant grows louder, pounding in rhythm. Stone! Scared! Stone! Scared! At the center, the bat creature stands frozen. Not flesh anymore, but stone, polished black marble veined with streaks of green. Its wings arch upward like carved obsidian, the turkey neck taut forever in mid-vibration. The detail is grotesque, and then it isn't. Somewhere in the transmutation, the face softens. The blazing eyes bulge wide and round, shifting into a caricature of innocence. The snarl melts, curling into something dangerously close to a pout. The predator of nightmares reborn as a marble figurine that looks like it belongs on a toy shelf. The crowd gasps. Then laughter breaks. Some still chant stone, but others add a new cry. Cute, cute, cute! The judges bury their faces in their hands. One mutters, "This is supposed to be the galaxy's greatest competition." Eric leans toward his mic, dry as ever. "Yeah, looks like Earth just invented collectible merch." The judges erupt. "That's petrification, not fear." Rulebook says immobilized from fright, fits perfectly. But was he scared stiff or just stiff? On the sidelines, the alien coach shrieks for review, waving appendages like a storm. The crowd splits in waves, chanting first "Stone," then "Scared," then back again. "Stone! Scared! Stone! Scared!" until the sound becomes a pounding rhythm, a living argument. A gavel crashes, or whatever passes for one here, and the point, tentatively, unbelievably, is awarded to Earth. Eric shrugs, whispering just loud enough, "Looks cute to me. How could we lose to that?" The camera lingers on the statue, big eyes, awkwardly soft grin, the kind of face you'd see on a toy in a claw machine. Maybe these creatures just had a bad rap, Eric thinks, like pit bulls. No bad pets, only bad owners. The narrator cuts in over the noise. The score is chaos, the crowd divided, and Earth, somehow, impossibly, still alive in the tournament. And as always, if you survived this round, subscribe. Because the next match, even the judges won't see it coming. The feed cuts to a quiet studio. A silvered wall curves behind the desk, reflecting the figures without exposing them directly. The announcer leans into the mic, voice warm but edged. "I'm here with Medusa, behind a special mirror reflection, safer for everyone involved. You, controversially, won the scared match against a creature voted multiple times as the most terrifying in existence. So tell us, were you a party to the cheating, or did your time predate critical thinking?" Medusa exhales slowly, snakes shifting like restless fingers across her shoulders. She wears the Pearl Jam shirt like armor. "You think I wanted this?" she says. "You can't make friends when one wrong glance turns them into granite. Lovers, forget it. You can't even share a sunrise. The light bends off stone. Try appreciating art when every museum guard tackles you before you reach the gallery. Hercules stalks me in half my dreams. Half the time he's not even subtle. Try living with that." The announcer coughs, shuffling notes. "Well, a recent poll suggests 12% of the galaxy believes your hair is a collection of snack slaves. Any comment?" Her eyes narrow. "That's insulting. They're not snacks. They're family." The snakes hiss in chorus, as though seconding the motion. For a moment the mood dips heavy, like the weight of centuries pressing through the glass. Then Medusa tilts her head, voice low. "It's hard enough being seen as a monster. Harder when every look you give proves them right." The announcer leans forward, tragic, moving, and yet viewers are asking, why do you keep walking into matches like this? Her smile flashes sharp, colder than stone. She stares straight through the mirrored feed, into the alien reporter's eyes. The reflection flickers. The interviewer stiffens, frozen mid-gesture. Medusa rises, snakes hissing, and walks off through the exit door, leaving only silence behind. The feed snaps back to the original arena announcer. He throws up his hands. "Well, folks, I'm upset too. I already bought a gift. I was her secret Santa. If anyone's leaving a comment, let it be for a refund." He winks toward the lens. "Like, subscribe, and let me know if you think regifting is legal in this quadrant."